Happy holidays. Today, me and my boy, my pal, my broski Poloski, Dom and I are going to figure out what is the best Christmas movie of all time. We asked each person in the Solitaire to tell us their favorite Christmas movie, and surprisingly, everyone said a completely different answer. That it just so happened that we could make this very neat bracket. We totally did not fudge some of these movies to fit in with the bracket at all. After we got all 16 movies, we randomly matched each movie with one another to create dun 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 dun, the perfect Christmas bracket. Now, like Guy Fieri once famously said, let's do this Solitaire Christmas bracket. There it is.
Annalise's last name is Harry.
We're gonna do it again.
Again.
I need elbow space.
No, but like in this. Anna Harry?
Wait, you didn't recycle? Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know that cool intro that you just watched? You liked it? Yeah. Don worked really hard on it. You know, he edited it and the cool little text stuff. I thought that was pretty cool too. Well, I hate to say it, but we lost all that footage. So, it's too late. I hope you liked it. Synonyms!
Jingle All the Way and Home Alone. Now, for this matchup, you can't beat Arnold Schwarzenegger getting straight pranked by a bunch of kindergartners, but also a kid pranking a couple of middle-aged dudes is hard to beat as well. Overall, I think Home Alone has got this one in the bag.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Heads up! Don't worry, Marv, I'll get him for you.
Round 2, Home Alone and Frosty the Snowman. To sum up Home Alone 2 pretty simply, a boy who got pranked, two dudes at his crib, is back at it again, but this time he meets Donald Trump and has really bad parents. But who couldn't love a sentient snowball who loves spending 15 minutes of his life before melting, playing with some kids and marching down the street? I think overall plot clarity and having your main character be worried about his lifespan being the same as a butterfly, Home Alone 2 wins this one.
You can mess with a lot of things, but you can't mess with kids on Christmas.
The original 1966 How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I don't think we need to say them as intensely. I think we can just say them regularly.
Okay. So I just do it again. But...
Yeah, just they can see the posters.
Okay. First off, can we just say that if you haven't seen this movie, I think there's something wrong with you, and you can come catch me outside after this video. This is the movie that made your parents smile as kids, and you as a kid, and your kids' kids. This movie is for kids. Now, The Nightmare Before Christmas is great and all, and is a blast to watch, but it's a wannabe Christmas movie with Halloween undertones throughout, and still makes me pee my pants a little bit watching today. And I'm a grown man. The OG Grinch, for sure, takes the cake on this one.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
White Christmas versus Charlie Brown Christmas. White Christmas is considered by Christmas to be a 1950s holiday movie classic, and Charlie Brown Christmas is considered to be one of the best Charlie Brown movies among critics as well. However, we are the critics in this here vidya, and we say that Charlie Brown's Christmas offers a more warm-hearted and meaningful look at Christmas
What's going on
than
here?
just singing and dancing like we're in the Great Depression.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown!
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
Elf versus White Christmas. I mean, come on. What did you expect? What are the four main food groups, everybody? Come on. Say them out loud. I'll wait. Candy, candy canes, candy corn, syrup. Elf wins this one.
Polar Express versus National Lampoon's Vacation. Christmas Vacation, to be specific. We don't want to offend anybody. What would you do if you saw Tom Hanks was trying to pick you up outside your house on Christmas Eve in your frickin' driveway with a train? Come on, man. In National Lampoon's Christmas, you gotta watch in-laws argue and mess up some Christmas lights. My boy Tom, on the other hand, is gonna take you to get some hot chocolate, let you sneak into Santa's Area 51, and be able to tell your parents everything and not believe a god dang word you said.
Almost there, folks. How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey versus It's a Wonderful Life. Look, we don't want to look like we're hating on all the classics, but we are. Some of these movies aren't even in 4K or even Blu-ray. Give me Blu-ray or give me death. I mean, if you could probably rename How the Grinch Stole Christmas to the Grinch movie with Jim Carrey anyway, because that's what everyone calls it. He straight carries that movie like no one's business and still a living meme 10 years later.
And finally, Jesus, why did we decide to do these many movies, man? It's like we don't even know how we can hold the attention span of a high schooler. If there ain't somebody getting slapped in the first 7 seconds, I mean, do you want me to slap you?
Yeah.
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. Christmas Story versus Santa Claus. Don't get me wrong. I understand Tim Allen is a straight dad and fits his role perfectly. But I mean, Christmas Story has so many innuendos, it makes me feel like I need to be a parent in order to truly understand everything. But it's so approachable that when I grow older, I won't understand what made me laugh being so young. With all that confusion, we're going to have to go with A Christmas Story.
I know just the place for it. Right in the middle of our front room window.
Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Now, this is a tough one. However, I think overall Home Alone 1 is going to take this one, and let us explain why. In Home Alone 1, you can play along with the fact that Kevin gets left home on accident by the parents, even though it's kind of kooky and a little bit strange.
But come on, bruh.
You telling me that you left the same kid alone himself again when you go on vacation? I don't buy it. I just don't buy it.
Pack my suitcase.
The OG Grinch versus Charlie Brown's Christmas. Two classic Christmas cartoons. If you were to go back and watch these two movies, I think you'll be surprised how much time is animated for just Charlie Brown and the Grinch to walk from one side of the screen to another. Like, dang, I could have made that faster in a flip book. Overall, Charlie Brown's Christmas is kind of depressing at times, and the part where he's picking out that limp tree for himself is like 20 minutes and is super boring.
Elf and Jim Carrey's Grinch. Now, we can go into a whole 5-hour-long video about who is funnier, Jim Carrey or Will Ferrell. So I think when looking at these two movies, we should look at just the overall plot and Christmas pizzazz. Yes, Christmas pizzazz is a category to consider when it comes to Christmas movies. The whole concept of an actual Santa elf living in New York is pretty hilarious to see unfold, but Jim Carrey's Grinch can get pretty scary at times with those super long hairy fingers that he rubs all over his face throughout the entire movie, and he'll just randomly take a bite out of a whole onion, plates, and glass like it's nothing. Are you a Sasquatch, or are you the Grinch? Elf wins this one.
Macaroni, if you want the thing you love.
You did it! Congratulations!
Polar Express and The Christmas Story. For Polar Express coming out in the early 2000s, it's super well detailed and awesomely animated movie. Its plot is sweet, whimsical, and magical for all ages, and its depiction of the industrial side of the North Pole. But I mean, come on, bruh. You're going to tell me that you'll shoot your eye out and, oh fudge, the leg lamp, the Chinese duck on Christmas. It's funny lines and scenes like that you can recount and laugh for years to come. And no face animation can beat that. Christmas Story wins this one.
Home Alone 1 and the OG Grinch. All right, now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, people. I hate to break it to you, and this might seem like a little bit of a Mandela effect, but the OG Grinch is only 45 minutes long. So just on amount of movie and content, the Grinch is kind of behind. Also, I guarantee more people know
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
than actually watching the original Grinch. So, sadly, we shall give this a goodbye to the OG Grinch from this bracket. God.
Elf and A Christmas Story. This is probably the hardest matchup that we've done this far. On one hand, you've got a hilarious and lighthearted Christmas movie with questionably one of the most entertaining actors in the industry. And on the other hand, you've got a classic memorable quotes and scenes that you and your family will remember for years to come. However, when asked to choose, we would have to say that Elf takes this one because its overall plot is more realistic with today's time and is more enjoyable by people of our generation than your dad. Elf wins this one.
And finally, after all of the elimination and struggle,
And the struggle, bruh.
your final two are Home Alone and Elf. And we're just going to come out and say it. You ready? I mean, am I ready? I have been working on this video for a week. Do I even know what I'm doing? What even is Christmas?
Slap out of it! Ribbons on the card!
Okay. And the winner is, drumroll please, Elf! Elf won. I mean, come on, what did you expect? Will Ferrell in a green suit in New York screaming about seeing a fake Santa? Christmas gold.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Where's the snow?
Why are you smiling like that?
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Make work your favorite. That's your favorite, okay?
Okay.
Work is your new favorite.
Fine.
It's time for the announcement.
Okay.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Ah! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
Alright, thanks everyone for making it through to the end of this video. Subscribe to all the Solitaire things, the Instagram, the Twitter, the Snapchat, the YouTube. And thanks for watching. Oh, dang. What do we do now? I don't know. Let's probably go annoy Jordan. Yeah, that's a good idea.